Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Unboxed here at the VaporDNA Studios. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pulse Dual 220 watt Squonk Kit from Vandy Vape and Tony B. Roll the clip. Alright guys, so the Vandy Vape times Tony B Pulse Dual 220 watt Squonk Kit. I was very excited for this device and I'm excited to show you everything that this device has to offer. So, beginning with the chip itself, it's powered by the Vandy Vape chip. This device is going to do 5 watts all the way up to 220 watts. It's going to have a resistance range of 0.05 all the way up to 3 ohms and a voltage range of 0.5 all the way up to 8.4 volts. So the Pulse Dual also has temperature control suites, of course. You've got Ni200, titanium, and 316 stainless steel. Going to the front screen here, it's a 0.98 inch OLED screen, so it's a nice big screen. Moving to the back of the device, you've got a 7mm Squonk bottle. And as you can see on the side here, it's encased in this green case here. So if I remove that, you can see that there. If I remove that, you see that the Squonk bottle is sitting on the outside of the device. Vandy Vape did this on purpose to separate the bottle itself and the Squonk mechanism from the board. This is just going to help, protect your batteries, protect your board from any juice or anything like that. So you got the 7mm bottle right here. It comes out like this. It's got a knurled top cap, so it's easy to open and close. We've got a 3-button control interface, so you've got your wattage up and down button right here, and then you got the fire button on the back. It's a nice clicky fire button. And I really like where the fire button is located. As you can see, we've got the Squonk bottle here in the front, so you can push the Squonk bottle with your finger like that. And then you've got the fire button, which you could just click right here. So it's actually really nice. The bottle's right there to Squonk, the fire button's right here to fire. Underneath the wattage up and down buttons, you've got your micro USB port. That's going to be able to do 1.8 amps of charging as well as upgrading the device. So this device is going to take 2 18650s going to the battery latch right here. It's a sliding battery latch, so you push forward and the batteries are exposed there at the bottom. So it's nice and secure and clicks into place. So the dimensions for just the device itself, it's going to be 75.3 millimeters tall, 52.9 millimeters wide, 41.7 millimeters in depth. Alright, so moving on to the Pulse V2 RDA. This is a really nice RDA, and as far as RDAs go that come with kits, this is the best, one of the best BF RDAs I've ever seen, and I'll show you why. So this RDA itself is 24 millimeters in diameter, 32.4 millimeters tall. Looking at the deck, we've got a floating dual post deck with 4 slots for your coil leads. Base well is 5 millimeters, so you get a lot of juice in there. Moving on to the barrel, the bottom barrel of the top cap. It's got this really cool function that I'll show you in a second. Here is the bottom barrel of the RDA, and I'll show you. You can see on the inside there is a little slot, and that locates onto the notch that's sticking up here on the base of the RDA. So when you click this into place, push down, and this allows for the bottom barrel to not move when it's on the base of the RDA. One of the awesome things that is kind of stands out for this RDA are these airflow rings. Now these airflow rings that come with the RDA are made out of a PEI, which is a heat resistance material. And what this does is this totally changes the way your RDA is gonna vape. In the box, you're gonna get these 3 rings. Now these 3 rings have 3 different airflow options basically. This one is the single coil honeycombed airflow option. We'll just click right on top of your top cap. And as you can see, that airflow is super close to the coil. The next ring is the dual coil honeycomb slot ring. The final airflow option is the open draw dual coil airflow option. So this is a much wider airflow. It's just an open slot. There's no honeycomb, and you can kind of see even in the camera that it's pointing straight down at my coil. It gives it a lot more room, but it really opens up that airflow. So if you like to have a ton of airflow when you vape, this is going to be the option for you. So you've got this top cap right here that just goes right over your airflow. You've got the Pulse logo right here on the front. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And then moving over to the airflow slots, we can see this honeycomb right here, and you can just close it. You can open it up if you want a full airflow, or you can close it off 2 holes at a time, which is really nice. So the RDA itself is made out of 304 stainless steel, so it's a good quality material. Inside the kit, you're going to be getting a 510 drip tip adapter, so if you have your drip tips that you prefer to use, you're still going to be able to use those. This drip tip is an 810 12.5 millimeter bore drip tip. You can see it matches the color of this backplate. All right guys, so let's take a look at what comes inside the Pulse Dual Vandy Vape / Tony B Squonk Kit. You're gonna get 2 Clapton coils. These are triple fused Claptons that are 0.3 ohm, made out of nichrome 80. You got your USB cord for charging and upgrades. We've got some O-rings. We've got a 510 drip tip adapter. We've got Allen keys for the squonk pin and the posts, screwdriver, and extra screws. Your airflow discs. Here's one right here. You can see another one that's broken right there. We'll talk about that later. And then of course the Pulse Dual, as well as the Pulse V2 RDA. All right guys, so we went over all of the specifications for this device and the RDA. Now we're gonna go into my opinion and what I think about it. So we've done unboxings for all the Pulse mods that have come out, and I'm a huge fan of Vandy Vape's Pulse line. I think they revolutionized the way Squonk vapes or Squonk mods can be, and how affordable and reliable they can be. I own both Pulses, and now they've come out with the Pulse Dual. I gotta say, this really just carries on the tradition of making a solid device that is reliable and innovative at the same time. I mean, this device is rather small for 2 batteries. That's one thing that I prefer a single battery device over, is just the size, but this is definitely manageable. I really love the way the fire button is on the back, and the screen is on the front, and the fire button is directly above the juice bottle. So it makes it really easy to squonk the device and fire it at the same time. And overall, the way they've separated the juice, the bottom feeding system from the board itself, it's not, the board's not exposed or right next to your batteries. I think there's so many things that this device does well, and I think that overall it's a great addition to the Pulse line. The main thing that I'm very excited about is actually the RDA, the Pulse V2 that comes with this kit. I think that, and I've said this before in previous videos, that a lot of times companies will, with a kit, will throw a good device, and then they'll kind of have an all right RDA in just to kind of complete the picture. But Vandy Vape and Tony B have gone above and beyond in bringing you the Pulse V2 with this kit. Just the airflow discs that come with it alone, I think, are something that's really nice and gives you a lot of options. It completely transforms the RDA in the way it vapes, and it allows people to decide how they want to fine-tune their vaping experience. I know for me, I'm somebody that doesn't need a ton of power. I like a tighter draw, and this kit allows me to do that, and at the same time, I can put the wider airflow disc in and really, you know, put some crazy fuse Claptons in and vape at 120 watts or 200 watts if I wanted to. So I think the versatility of this kit, the looks of it, the size, and just the way everything functions, it's an awesome device, and I think that you guys would enjoy it too. I highly rate this device, and I'm gonna pick one up for myself. There's one more thing I did forget to talk about. Vip reminded me. The airflow discs. I think, you know, if you were watching the what comes in the kit, you saw broken pieces of that airflow disc, and yeah, be careful. When you're pulling the disc out, sometimes they can get on, you know, it's a snug fit and it's good that it's snug, but the mistake I made was I was holding on to it really tight on the side. As I pulled it off, I squeezed and I snapped it. You can what you can do is you can wiggle it on and off, back and forth, and kind of slowly take it off, and eventually it'll come off, and you won't damage the disc at all. I think that's the way to do it, slow and sweet. I mean, you're not really gonna be changing these that often, so it's not a big deal. Just be mindful of that so you don't break one like an idiot like me. So yeah, if you liked the video, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe to the VaporDNA channel for all the future videos we're gonna be bringing out. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you guys can be notified as soon as we drop another unboxing. And then finally, of course, we'd love to hear from you guys. Drop a comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think of the Pulse Dual or any other devices that you want to see us unbox in the future. We really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.